Hi Marty, how are you?
All good, and you?
Good, thanks. Just with Kenneth Paal, Marty, he's obviously out of contract at the end of next season. The club moved on Sinclair because they couldn't agree a new deal. Are you a bit concerned that if a club do come in, the club will sell him, and you're obviously with Ziad now on loan at Dundee and Morgan Fox injured, that leaves you a little bit light in the left back position. Is that something that concerns you?
I think it's a lot of ifs in that question that I understand, but at the same time, for me, what I value is that he's a good player. I've been saying before as well that I do think that we as a club we cannot afford to have players that are in the last year of contract and still being an important asset for the club, so to say. So we need to find this balance between continuity and as well keep a good health rotation, so to say, in the squad. Said that Ken is a very good football player. I think that he has been showing that since my arrival. I'm very happy with him. And yeah, from there I got no news about any possible change on that situation.
Has there been any talks with Ken about a new contract? Do you know?
I think this is a question that you can ask more the club and Christian than to me.
Just with, I know early in the season you were the club were advertising for a set piece coach. I'm just wondering, did that was that filled?
No, not so far. We are with the same staff as you know. Some new addition with Kevin Bates that he's working a little bit on the individual development side of it, but there is no news on that part.
Is that a decision you wanted as a set piece coach, or was that something that the club kind of put out?
I think that with the club we always discuss about what are the possibilities to improve. I think last season we got a very good improvement trend from where the club was coming over the last couple of seasons. And I think that we got a good progress. It's true that it was a bit painful in the beginning for us. November, December especially was difficult months. But I would say that at the end of the season we finish in a good way. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next weeks.
Okay, and I mean, obviously with the likes of Sinclair and Chris leaving, like Isaac Hayden and Joe Hodge moving back to their parent clubs, the squad is smaller than it was in the last season. Are you confident some of those holes will be filled before, well, not necessarily before the start of the season, but certainly before the window closes?
Well, we know the championship is a long league, is a long season ahead of us. Then we got the caps, so we definitely want as strong a squad as we can. The club knows what are my thoughts, what are my ideas, and then we'll see what happens in the next days.
Okay. And just with the transfers that are coming in, how much of a say do you have on who you want, or is it a case of, is it a kind of collective decision about who signed?
I think that all the clubs have different ways of working. QPR has a model, and in that sense, for me as well as a manager, have a clear idea on what kind of players do I like for my way of playing. Then it's about always the context, about understanding the club situation, about understanding how the league works, how is the market working, what are our financial possibilities. That I'm aware many other clubs as well in the league in a challenging situation because financial fair play in England is very strict. But yeah, that's there is a model in QPR, and that's the way we work here.
Okay, just like word on Zanchella. I know he's not started any of the pre-season games yet. I mean, is he up to speed now? And what have you made of him sort of in training so far?
Yeah, I think that Zan is coming obviously from the Euros, so I would say that even if he had some few days on holiday, he doesn't require such a long precision to get back to his level. He's showing good things on trainings, and then again, hopefully he will be an important player for us because he has been proving a good goal scoring capacity in Switzerland, especially. And yeah, we'll see. We're gonna give him obviously minutes in the next game, and hopefully he will show a good level of performance.
Okay, and just with the new guys that have come in, not many of them have championship experience. Is that a good thing, or is it something that it's going to take a bit of time to get up to the speed of what to expect in the championship?
I mean, I don't think that is necessarily something super relevant. It's true. I always say that all the leagues, all the countries have his own challenges, and in that sense, I don't think that championship is different. Perhaps even championship is very special because I've been saying before, 46 games, such a long season, plus no break on winter. basically a lot of games in during winter. So that's perhaps the challenge. It will require some adaptation from all the players that are coming as the new players in the league, but it's very difficult. It's impossible to predict if that adaptation will take 1 week or it will take 6 months. So yeah, definitely something that we are aware. And yeah, it's my job to try to help the guys to adapt as quick as possible because we're gonna need them.
Okay, and just finally, on to the last one. Alfie Lloyd, he's looked pretty sharp in pre-season, but does he need to go out on loan, maybe League One level, just to kind of create his development, or do you see him as being a kind of part of your squad for this season?
I always think that with the young players, in his case, he as well lost an important part of the last season with an unfortunate injury. It's very difficult to predict. The development is not linear, and then it comes a lot about the confidence, the moment where the team is, when is the right time for them as well to jump in and to help the team and to get the minutes. But it's always a possibility to go on loan, or as long as they are doing well, the priority will be to keep them here. So I'm very pleased about what he's showing during this preseason. And yeah, difficult to predict what's going to happen, but for sure we have a talented player that is doing currently at playing at high level.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot, Marty. See you tomorrow.
Thanks. See you.